The decisions that you would make when you're around people you love and care for, I want you to get mature enough to make those when they're not around. That's manhood. Now we gonna grow up. This is how you gonna get to the next level. So there are a group of you, there are certain things you wouldn't do around the names that you wrote down. There's some things you would dare do around your mama. There's some things that you dare do around your daddy. There's some things you dare do around your grandma. But when your grandma's not around and you're hanging with your friends, now you're doing some stuff that maybe you don't even wanna do. But you've given up your decision because you wanna be affirmed. Nobody knew who Eric Thomas was when I was following the crowd. Nobody knew who Eric Thomas was when I wasn't making certain. I dropped out of high school. It was the worst thing I've ever done in my life. And it has nothing to do with school. I don't like school. Well, it was the worst decision I've ever made to drop out. Why? Because my mom got pregnant with me at 17 years old. And my mom got kicked out. My grandma had 14 kids, south side of Chicago. 3-bedroom house, 1 bath. My grandma told my mother, either you get on welfare or you gotta go. And my mother said, this is the 2nd generation of welfare. I won't be the 3rd. A decision. My mother made a decision. She said, I'm not mad at you, Grandma. I'm not mad at my mama, but we're not gonna raise another generation on welfare. So my grandma kicked her out. Y'all gotta hear what I'm saying. My mom went through a whole lot to have me. Everybody told her, you 17, you too young, get an abortion. And I'll never forget when I got kicked out of the Detroit public school system. They called my mom up there and said, look, we gotta have you come before we can kick him out. This is his 3rd strike. And I'll never forget being at that school. And my mom is a proud woman. I ain't never seen my mama cry. She was raised with 13 siblings on the south side of Chicago. I've never seen my mother cry. I've never seen my mother beg. My mother begged the principal. I've never seen it. My mom begged. I've never seen it after. I've never seen it again. My mother begged that principal to let me stay in school. My mother begged a grown man. She pleaded with him, please, don't kick my baby out. Let him stay in school. And I'll never forget, the principal went to my file and he showed my mom my academic, middle school, high school. He said, you want school for your son. He don't want school. He's been kicked out on several occasions. His grades, he don't want to be here. You want him to be here. And I'll never forget, that was you guys are athletes, so you know that walk you take? The walk you take from here to the field. I took a walk at 16. I took a walk with my mom, and we walked down the long hall of Detroit Henry Ford, and my mother didn't say a word to me. Oh, you know when, now I don't know about where y'all come from, but where I come from, when your mama gets so mad she can't talk, you've gone too far. And I remember we walked out and we opened the door and my mom went to her car. And I remember my mom shed a tear. And my mom said, I ain't raised you like this. I don't know what happened to you. I didn't raise you like this. But you know what happened? I was hanging with people and I was making their decisions, not thinking about my mama and how it would hurt my mama. So to be honest with you, the only reason I got a PhD is because when I got that GED and finally graduated from college the first time, I was 30 years old. And my mom drove all the way from Michigan. All those friends that I used to do stuff with, I'm going somewhere. I want to make sure we get this because there's some decisions that need to be made. The coaches are telling you what to do. You got a phenomenal coaching staff, right? They're going to be telling you, professors, parents, but you got to make the decision. Coach going to give you the best scheme. But the teams that win are the teams that get on one accord with each other, one accord with the staff, one accord with your parents, one accord with the values. See, listen to me. I'm trying to tell you guys, you think to be a champion means you run faster, you got more skills. No. The champions have more value. I'm telling you what I've seen. I'm telling you, Kobe just had more values. Kobe just wanted it more than everybody else wanted. Kobe was relentless. Kobe had a value of relentless. He didn't just know the word relentless. He was relentless. It was in his DNA. Some of you say the word, but it's not a value. Some of you say the word because you know coach want to hear the word, but you are not relentless. You just say the word. You repeat what you hear. But when you get to a point where you make a decision to be relentless, there are things that people who are relentless get that people who are not, they don't get. So what coach is telling you, if you really want to be a national champion, you have to make a decision. And I made some different decisions. At 30 years old, I got my first degree. And all my little homies who I got in trouble with, I don't know where they are, but my mama, after all those years, guess who came? The people on the paper. Guess who drove 779 miles from Detroit, Michigan to Huntsville, Alabama to see her baby graduate. And let me tell you something, I was 30 years old with 2 kids, and my mama screamed like I had graduated on time. My mama was screaming like I was 22 years old and I had made all the right decisions. And when I saw that smile, I said, we got to do that one more time. This first one was for high school that she didn't get. The second one is going to be for the college that she get. And the PhD, and guess what? Mama was at every last one of them. Grandma was at, Auntie Cleo was at everyone. Auntie Wanda was at. And I took a shift, y'all, and I stopped doing stuff for people who I probably wouldn't even know 20 years from now. And I started thinking about the people that helped me get to it. Now listen to me very closely. When y'all playing now, when y'all out there doing your thing, I want you to think about these people. Why? Because you're gonna play at a whole nother level when you're thinking about them. There's a different energy you get when you do it for mama. Have you ever read those stories before where you got a kid trapped under a car, or there's a pit bull chasing the mama and she got her baby, and all of a sudden this frail woman is able to get this dog off her child? She's able to lift a car. Like, how you do that? And then the next day, if you told her to lift a car for $1 million without her baby being under there, I promise you she couldn't do it. Why? The adrenaline that we get when we do something for a loved one is a different energy you get when you're doing something just for a score, when you're doing something just to get some affirmation. When you start doing stuff for the people you love, it's a whole nother level.